show you how to paint this beautiful little owl. This owl was voted on by my subscribers, and they asked me to do this owl next, and they voted on it and got the most votes. So I want to show you how to do the techniques and how I got these beautiful feathers and beautiful eyes, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's get started painting. So all you need for this painting is your primary colors of red, yellow, and blue, and cad yellow and cad red, and some black and white. And that's all you need for this painting. And also, the brushes that you need are your bristle brush, 1 inch, and maybe another smaller one, and some small round brushes, and a flat synthetic brush, and maybe a little filbert brush. And so these are the brushes. They can be like these, or you know, whatever you have there, small brushes and something to tap on your grass. And so that's it for now. So let's get started painting. Okay, now so we're working on the head and we're getting there. So what I like to do now is add some shadow by the beak right here. And I'm just going to add some burnt umber. Nice dark burnt umber with a small round brush, and we're going to add a little bit of shadow in here just around the beak. See that? That's all you need to do, just a little shadow to make the beak stand out a bit better. Just flick it out into the feathers. Good. That stands out a little better, see? Good. Just doing a few little touch-ups here and there, just to make sure I get everything the way we want them. Just tapping on a little bit of white here in the corner. Tap, 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 a little bit of white around here, because we don't want to lose our shadows. A little bit. Just tapping a little bit of white. Making feathers is a little tedious and takes a little longer, going back and forth with different little strokes and making sure you got your dark underpainting so that you can do this to give it an effective feather look. See? See, just a few little strokes gives it looks pretty feathery there now. And you could add a few more touch-ups if you wanted to, but I think that's okay. I think we should start on the body there now. So working on the body, we'll try something very easy. Now that we have all our colors on that you have there, all those colors that you made with the browns and the reds and yellows mixed in, and the lighter colors down here. So we put a bunch of all different colors. So it doesn't matter if yours is different than mine. If you got, I just wanted some shadows over here and some different colors underneath the fur. The feather. So what I'm trying to do now is establish where we're going to have the white feathers. So what I'm doing is, if you can see me, I got my round brush and I put a bit of black and brown on my round brush, because we don't want it too black, but black enough so that you can see it. So I made some lines there, watch. So could you see that? See that? I took my little round brush and I made these little teardrops. This was like teardrops. Alright, the letter U, okay? The letter U is fine. So put the letter U, small letter U's, and big letter U's where you're going to put your fur, your white feathers. I don't know why I keep saying fur. So, just trying to pick out places for the white feathers. And that way this will make it so much easier to find the places where you want them. Now you can see some places already there to help you along, because we took our small strokes and pulled on these small strokes with different colors, and this is what happened. It was a basis for the feathers. So once we get these on, then we're going to be adding a few more things, and hopefully then that'll be enough. But to make this very easy for you, because I am doing paintings for beginners, there's no sense getting into a big long video about small tiny details. So we will just start slow, and later I will probably make videos that are more advanced when you get more experience. Some of my videos are pretty simple, and some got a little bit of advancement in them, but I just want to make this so easy so that you can have some fun with it. That's all. Just have fun. And some of my videos I want to revise, maybe, you know, and do some different things with them, and show you probably more advanced steps in some of the videos I already did, because some of them are pretty simple. So let's do a few of these. Now that'll have to dry before you put your white on, okay? Because you certainly don't want to black to go in with the white. So we'll just make these little teardrops, or the letter U. Make small ones and big ones. Small ones and big ones. And we don't have enough when we get it finished. Then we will put in more. Put some side by side. Some in between. Make sure you get a nice small brush so they won't be too big, because they're only there for a guide. Okay, and then when you get out to the lighter colors, we're going to lighten up our paint a little bit, but maybe we'll work on this a little bit first. See how many we need to put in here. So, oops, now see, that one's too big. Right? That one down here is a little too big. So I'll wait for that to dry, and then I can go over it with my white. Now I'm going to use a filbert brush on my white feathers, and oh, it's blurring up on you. There you go. So use a filbert, or you can use a flat brush, or even a round brush, okay? Any small brush that will help you get those on. I may have to change the brush too, but I'm going to try this brush first. So I got white, but a little tiny bit of blue in there. Just add the smallest bit of blue. Right, so there we go. Just add the tiniest bit of blue, because we're in the shadow side. And we don't want to be too white or chalky. So I'm going to use my brush to pull in some of these, using that for a guide, using those U's or teardrops for a guide. So I'm just going to pull in some of those feathers. Good. And we don't have enough, we'll come back and get more, don't worry about it. So just put them on whatever way you can. You can pull them down into the U, or you can pull them up from the U. Pull them up and out. Whatever works for you, okay? And I'm using the chisel edge of my brush because it's probably a bit too big. I'm going to try a round one now in a second. I want to try different brushes. That's the way I like to work. I like to work with different brushes to see what kind of effect I can get. So here's another brush that I'm using. I'm going to try this one now. I'm going to try my round brush. So just put the same white little tiny bit of blue on there, just to get a bit of a shadowy color. Let's see where else we can find one. Maybe there's one. I see one right here. It's not a bad little brush. I'm going to pull up from my U for now. I'll try a few of those. The reason I'm showing you this, I'm not going to say to you, well, you do it this way and do it that way. I think we should experiment together and just see what happens. I'm going to pull down into the U this time. See, it both works. Works good. Up or down. Good. Good. So once we get these feathers on, then we can add a few more touch-ups and then it's done. So really, I'm not going to go into spending 2 or 3 hours putting on all these little tiny details, because I can tell you after we get started on putting on some details, other things that you can do. And like I said, I can make videos on that, but it'll be pretty boring. Once you get the hang of it, you won't need to watch me for 2 hours doing little bang, 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 bang like that. You're like, please. Alright, so let's continue. It's coming along. So just put them all over the back there. Right. There we go. So, I got all of those filled in, so now we're going to put in some more. Let's put in some more of those little teardrops. Okay, so let's see. Now that we're coming out into the lighter shades, let's make, instead of black and brown, why don't we just use the brown? As we're coming out, we'll make the shadow. It's kind of like a shadow under the feathers. See one right here. You can almost pick them out because some are already there by the way we put on those nice. Look, see, so you can almost see them there. See? We put on those strokes when we pull down those strokes, right? So let's see. Pick up a bit of brown. Pick out where you want them. Let's see. One here, one here. Let's put them everywhere. I got one right there I didn't fill in yet. One here. Got some bigger ones and side by side ones, and little ones in between. And some here. And because this owl has beautiful feathers, beautiful underpainting, I can send you a link to the original photo that I was using from Pixabay, and you can see that there is a difference in my painting and the original picture, because like I said, I don't want the picture to, I don't want it to you know, get me in a situation where, oh my God, that's not exactly the same as that. So I don't really want you to, I like for you to go by my painting for now, and then I want you to look at the original picture and then do it, either do it again, your way, or just make some changes according to what you see in the picture that you like. But don't get caught up in trying to make it too much exactly, even like mine. You know, use your own colors, your own browns and reds and yellows, and you know, if you want to make it a little darker or a little lighter. So, just telling you to you know, loosen up. Don't worry about it being exactly the same as mine or the reference photo. Now, if there comes a point where you see a reference photo that you absolutely love and you absolutely want to make it exactly the same as the reference photo, then that's when you just spend more time at it. That's all. Matching up the colors. Now, little white ones, they're going to be put on after. We're just going to put the biggest feathers on right now. Let's just get out as many bigger feathers as we can. Okay. I'm just putting the shadows on now. And then we will, it's almost like they're coming down a diagonal. There we go. Just making all these really cool little U's or teardrops, whatever you want to. Alright. It's almost, we could probably make them come down in a diagonal like this, and this will be a lot easier for you. So let's go with a diagonal right here. Some in between. There we go. And you might want to lighten that up a little bit by adding a small bit of white to your brown or yellow, because it's getting lighter out here. So if they're too dark, we'll certainly just put the white over it. Okay, good. Now that we're coming out a little further into the light, let's just go with some white. My brush is clean, okay? Just remember, whenever, you can have your brush dirty whenever you're in with the dark colors, but when you change from dark colors to light, clean your brush really good or get a new brush when you're going into the light colors, okay? So there we go, that's that one. I found one right here. I got a round brush, trying different brushes. Because not everybody got the brushes that I say, you know, or if you're looking at a tutorial and they say, well, use this brush and use that brush, and you don't have it. Well, always try other ones that you have on hand. But if they say a flat brush, try and have a flat brush. If they say a small round brush, try and have a chisel edge if you don't have a round. See? Feathers are going on nicely. It's much easier this way to get them drawn out first to see, establish where you want them. Good. So I find pulling up or pulling down doesn't matter. It works out good. 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 You can pull down if you want. I'm going to pull down and I'm going to pull up just to show you. Alright. See how easy it is to get those on there once you make those little shadows first? See? So much easier. So much easier. You got to make it as easy as you can for yourself. You got to think, what can I do to make it easy for me? Well, drawing on stuff first is a big help when you're doing paintings. Drawing shapes is a big help. Makes life so much easier. If you're doing a boat, you draw the boat first instead of trying to paint it right in. That way you can figure out where you're going to put it, what the shape is going to look like. Even if you draw a freehand, draw it on a piece of paper first even, you know what I mean? Like to get the shape, make sure it's okay. Because if you draw it on your canvas or your paper that you're working on, you're painting on, you got to erase it or you got to change it, it can make a real mess. Let's see, I can see something here. See how much nicer it's looking already? Good. We'll do some in between those. Make these little dots of white here and there. We'll do that after. Let's put on some more shadows here now. Okay, so get some more brown and maybe some yellow to brighten it up for your shadow color. Not much. Just a little bit, because we're getting into the lighter areas there. And once you get into the lighter areas, it's better to brighten up your shadows a little bit, okay? Here I am. There you are. That should do it. As long as it's darker than what you're painting on, your background. Now see, all those colors that were underneath may have looked funny at first, and you might have said, well, that doesn't look right, or it doesn't. But look at it, you know, now that you're putting the whites over it, the white feathers, it's underneath the feathers now, so it looks nice because it's got all these different shades. Okay, good. If it's too light, just add a little more brown, just so you can see it. Good. Swirls, let's see. Diagonal, let's think diagonal. There we go, maybe down here. And down here. Maybe there's some down here. Maybe there's some bigger ones down here. Okay, we got a diagonal here, and here, and here. You could even draw like a line coming down for diagonals, but I didn't do that because you don't want them too diagonal because they look like straight lines. So, you know, we want them all over the place, but the larger ones, even if we get them a little diagonal, then we can go in between them with the smaller ones to offset that, right? Let's see. We got this one here coming down this way. We got one there and there. So let's go over here. And just gather up a few little ones here. Like I said, we'll do the big ones first and then we'll worry about all the little ones after. Thinking we're okay there now. So let's see. Maybe one more here. Good. And then we'll work on the body. So let's take these and fill them in. Okay, so I see one more up here. I see another one over here. All right. So that was up here, right here, up under the neck. I put two more up there. All right, now let's fill those in. Now get your clean round brush and put some white on it. White it is. Make sure they're dry. And then just use them for guide and pull up or pull in, okay? Doesn't matter. Pull up or pull in. Alright. So you use those little teardrops or the letter U for guide. So, because you want the bottom of your feathers to be kind of not totally straight, you know what I mean? Like, got a little bit of shape to it. That would help guide you. Your round brush or your filbert would help. Alright. There we go. There we go. Looking good. It's those two up here. Oh, I see one right here. See how that helps guide you along? Isn't that so much easier than trying to guess at it? And then when you look at it, you're like, oh, I didn't like that one there or that one there. At least this way, we can make a decision beforehand where we want everything. So that's a big help.